Our Constitution is very clear on the separation of powers between the three arms of government, and an independent judiciary has been a matter passionate to me.
Now, everyone who occupies the office of the Chief Justice is instantly made aware of a hotline in his office that only receives calls from the State House. In the 21st month that I've been Chief Justice, I'm happy to report to all the judges here and the entire country that the hotline never rang. I congratulate you, Mr. President, for never picking up that telephone, regardless of how you felt about matters that were being handled in the judiciary.
The independence of the judiciary, a much sought-after affair not in words but in meaning, and attested to by the Chief Justice himself during the 10-year Kibaki tenure as head of state. It was his quest to uphold this clear distinction that won outgoing President Kibaki accolades in the wake of a judicial system that did little to win the faith of its citizens. The path towards a vigorous revamp of the judiciary began in line with the Constitution, which embodied the transformation agenda of the judiciary. A judicial service was put in place, a new Chief Justice and a deputy were sought and found, and even the country had its first ever Supreme Court constituted. And yet it is this independence of the judiciary as spelled out in Article 160 of the Constitution that the outgoing head of state called on the incoming government to uphold.
I therefore urge the new legislature and executive to support the judiciary in order to build a justice system that works for the benefit of all.
In the judiciary, I believe that the relationship between the judiciary and the executive has never been one of instructing one another, but rather of pulling together when the national duty demands it.
The members of the judicial arm of government present here reiterating President Kibaki's commitment to reforming the judiciary and ensuring its reform process is on course, saying his support and that of the executive through allocation of adequate funds, for instance, has seen a new flourishing judiciary under the direction of the Chief Justice, Dr. Willy Mutunga.
We are very pleased that in this nation, that voice for justice keeps very alive, and it will remain.
More than once in the past few months, the courts have made findings that run counter to the initial actions of your government. On equal occasions, you're being the larger man, the statesman with the ability to see that our nascent democracy was more important than engaging in unnecessary contest over who is right and who is wrong.
And so the judiciary, led by the Chief Justice, bid farewell to the head of state, during whose regime their arm of government would rapidly elevate to a level similar to the other two government arms and have the necessary support towards attaining the independence it is to have. A luncheon in honor of President Kibaki barely a week before he officially leaves office. Jackie Maribe, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.
Thank you.